Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and today, tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into day number 13 of the Advent calendar in the year 2022. Let's go. Before we get into today's shenanigans, please do me that favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps us out a ton, and we seriously appreciate the support. But let's get into day 13. So by now, you know what the heck we're doing. We're trying to guess some bottles. We're trying to guess price, proof, age, type, finish, and of course, the specific bottle itself. We've been doing pretty good recently, so let's just get right into it. Let's get into this bad mamma jamma with the number 13 on it and figure out, can I guess, this bottle. So without further ado, let's just rip right into her. Day 13 on the nose. It's very, very sweet. Extremely sweet. Crisp green apples, caramels, vanillas. Wow, this is just extremely sweet. It's so much vanillas, so much caramels, a tinge of apples. Actually, lots of apples. Like lots of green apples, some grapes. Grapes. That makes me think in one direction and one direction primarily only, because there's about one distillery I get heavy grapes on, but this is extremely sweet. Oh yeah, bourbon, by the way. We're freaking back. At least on the nose, it smells like a bourbon, which is nice. I mean, maybe. There's some mint in here. Yeah, on the nose, primarily getting caramels, vanillas, apples, and like a smidge of mint. I was saying this is 110% like a bourbon in my mind, but after kind of smelling it again, it smells like a little bit of a rye. There's a little bit of a rye kick in there that I think is a little bit more than you would get in a bourbon. So right now, my mind's thinking rye, which is changing everything up for me because I was full steam ahead. This is a bourbon, but there's some spice in there, a little bit of a black pepper spice as well. Let's go ahead and get on the palate. That's the most non-descriptive rye ever. Cherries, some spearmint, a little bit of dill, slightly peppery. This is drink number 1 for the day, and I am completely surprised by the fact that this just isn't blowing me away with like proof or anything. It tastes super freaking low in proof. There's a smidge of a Kentucky hug, but honestly, this might be 90 proof. Maybe 100 at most. It is very, very sweet on the nose, appley, a little bit of like a minty. And then on the palate, it gets pretty peppery. Not like extremely peppery, but there is a nice little bit of pepper in there. Yeah, very peppery. Nice little caramel, vanilla, smidge of oak. Honestly, this reminds me so much of that Wild Turkey 101 rye. This reminds me so much of the Wild Turkey 101 rye, but it cannot be that again. So what the heck is it? I mean, oh my God, what if Olivia poured the same exact bottle? Because this reminds me so much of the exact stuff I was getting off that Wild Turkey 101 rye. That is like drinking peppery water. Like it's like minty black pepper water. I don't know, maybe it's just because I've been drinking so much like 100 proof stuff. This just isn't doing it for me. That is for sure. It's kind of lackluster. It tastes like a 90 proof rye. It's not blowing my stocks away at all. I love ryes at 100 proof. That Old Forester rye, that Wild Turkey 101 rye, those were incredible. This, it's just kind of I don't know, compared to those two, it's not blowing my socks off like those other ones were. Wonder if this is turkey. This might be a Russell's rye. That Russell 6-year-old rye, the 90 proof one, because it has that peppery note. A peppery note I get so much in turkey ryes. I think that's exactly what that is. That's what I'm going to go with. So for price, I'm going to go price, I'm going $35 hairs. Proof, I'm going to go 90 proof, Age, I'm going 6-year-old. It's a rye. I don't think it's finished. I think the bottle is going to be the Russell's 6-year rye. It didn't do it for me. I like that bottle off of memory, but it reminds me so much of that Wild Turkey 101 rye that I'm just going to assume it's another turkey rye, and that totally fits the build. So let's get into it. Day 13. Oh, I'm good. I'm freaking good. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? You see right there? You see that? You see that? You see that? That's freaking 6 points. Woo! Oh, yeah. Honestly, if I didn't previously have that Wild Turkey 101 rye, I don't think I would have gotten this, but I literally filmed that about 4 or 5 days ago, so it's still so fresh in my memory, that peppery note, because a lot of the stuff I have as 90 proof in the world of rye is very 95.5 rye, and those are so much more minty and bright, and this one, it wasn't so minty and bright. It was more of like kind of peppery and earthy, and yeah, I killed it. I freaking killed it. That being said, though, I'm kind of disappointed in this bottle. When I first took the sip, I was like, this is lackluster as hell. Not doing it for me. I've always said since I've gotten this bottle that I like this bottle better than the Wild Turkey 101 rye. I think I'm rescinding that. Because I like the 101 sample significantly better than this one. I was blown away by the 101 sample. This one, I was like, it's okay. It's okay. But I think that's a lot of people's like gripes with the Russells, like the budget Russells picks, like the bourbon that's 10 years old and the rye that's 6, is a lot of people wish they were at that 101 proof, that turkey proof, and none of these are. And this one, it just, I like that pepper, but again, I'm still going that 101 rye over this any day of the week. It's a little bit more oaky than I remember the 101 rye being, but still, it just, man, didn't do it for me. That being said, I freaking killed it today. 6 points for today. Going home with a freaking W. So please do me that favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Let me know down below what you guys thought about this video. Let me know what you think about the Advent as a whole. Also do me that favor. Check out the Instagram, Facebook, and the Patreon. The links for all that stuff are down there below. We'll see you later. Cheers.